Welcome to Reddit Reader. What screams? I am educated, but not very smart. I read a column by a veterinarian advising against vaccinating dogs because vaccines have mercury and have been linked to autism in children. Even though vaccines don't give kids autism, dogs can't get it anyway, but they can get parvovirus, rabies, and distemper, all of which are present here and all of which will handily and messily kill a dog. I don't think he writes for the paper anymore. They bring up their high school grades if they ever feel their intelligence is challenged. I ain't doing very well in either category, so I don't judge. Teacher in the staff room telling her coworkers she had a tutor from infant school up until she finished her degree, then went on to argue only capital cities can host the Olympics. Me, every day, regretting the life decisions I have made as a fully grown man, typing this post from my room in my mom's basement. My neighbor told me he went to doctor school. That one still makes me pause. Buying the most expensive car you can afford directly after entering the workforce. Or house, or really any big purchase when, if you're drowning in student debt, a smart person knows, I gotta pay this back. And wow, if I pay it back sooner than later, I save some money. A well-educated, not very smart person says, that will get paid back, but look at all this dough I'm making now. Time to let everyone else know. I took a class on this subject once, therefore, I know what I'm talking about. Arguing over pedantic details instead of discussing the actual topic. For example, when you're making an argument and the other person retorts by criticizing your grammar or your exact use of a word, not a gentle correction, but as evidence that your argument is not valid because you misused a word. They never end up discussing the real argument or thought. They're either usually A, trying to prove their intelligence and doubt their ability to really discuss the topic, or B, they're easily distracted by small mistakes. Either way, an intelligent person can hone in on the underlying meaning of what someone says without getting bogged down by unimportant details. I used to work in a thrift store, and one time we had a customer who wanted to be let into the store 10 minutes early. We told him no, and eventually he came back when we actually opened. He then started ranting to us about how customer service should work and how we were going to go out of business because we didn't know how to put the customer first. He went on to say that he was smarter than all of us because he went to Harvard. Bonus, when he went to check out, he was buying a teacup that was marked $5. He asked me if I could lower the price, and when I told him that all prices are final, he answered with this gem. It's always no with you, isn't it? Smart people know how much they don't know. My sister is a well-respected lawyer in our city and runs her own firm. She also thought that she wouldn't get sunburnt when driving her convertible because she was moving. Being able to spout many facts, but being unable to follow basic logic. Demanding respect for having a degree. When someone insists that there is one way to do something and won't entertain any other methods, usually they only want to do things the way they were taught and have spent years mastering. If you introduce a new way, even if it's better, they're intimidated because they doubt their own ability to learn it. They have learned the rote motions, but not the underlying concepts. Oh, my friend's ex was exactly that. She went something like this. My husband. You can have good grades and still be stupid. We're talking about college. Ex-friend. That's literally impossible. If you have good grades, it means you're smart, or you wouldn't get good grades. I have straight A's. I am not stupid. 5 minutes later. Ex-friend. Hey, I have to deliver a letter to the post office. Go over there right now. Me. But it's 6 a.m. on a Sunday. Ex-friend. So? Me. They're closed. Why don't you just put it in the mailbox? Ex-friend. There's a check in here to pay my bill. It's almost $150. I'm not putting it in a mailbox. Just go to the post office. And we went to the post office and watched her shock and awe that the doors were locked. She also asked if we had any stamps and got upset why none of us had spare stamps on us. Talking about your education. If you're not smart enough to avoid turning yourself into how do you know someone's an Ivy Leaguer punchline, you're a dumbass. I work for a college. We had a lady come in and get all with us because we're legally not allowed to give her details of her child's account. FERPA laws. She started saying really things about how we just don't care about anything except money or something. Yeah, I don't know. So when we still refuse to literally break the law for her, she goes, I don't need you all ganging up on me. I probably have more degrees than all of you combined. She said she was a psychologist and thus understood privacy laws, but didn't understand that similar laws exist for education. She was a We laughed about that one for a while. People who can very artfully argue a point, but who simplify the issues involved down to the point that their conclusions are severely flawed. Sure, Karen, Bob could plant the apple he got from Susie and see a massive return in investment over a 10-year period. The issue is that Bob hasn't eaten in 2 days and he's been given a single apple. Realistically, what the hell do you think he's going to do with it? Bob can still eat the apple and plant the core of the apple, though. Delete your comment. The college-educated stay-at-home mom who has an exciting business opportunity to tell you about that will allow you to work from home, set your own hours, and get as much out of your business as you put into it. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.